Court of the Rings with Vastin&Orion May 12th recap. And we're going to start off this video with a couple of reminders. The Homestead and Harvests coffers are available for a limited time. So actually they are available through today. So May 14th, which is today, is the last day you can get these cosmetics and housing items and these steeds. So if you're someone who likes this kind of stuff, housing and the cosmetics, then today is the last day where you can get the harvest and coffers. Another thing that will end today, or rather tonight, I guess, on Monday, May 15th, which is tomorrow, so 3 AM early in the morning Eastern time, the anniversary event for LOTRO will turn off, meaning that you basically have through today, May 14th, to complete any anniversary stuff that you still have left to do. As usual on Court of the Rings, Court looks at upcoming events, and we have a few events coming pretty soon. On Wednesday, May 17th, we get the 6th season of the reward track, the legendary items reward track. So make sure to claim all your rewards by May 17th, so you don't lose any rewards that you've earned. And on the same day, we're also getting a virtue increase. The virtues are increasing from 85 to 86 on Wednesday. On Thursday, May 18th, we see the Buried Treasure event return. And as you can see from the bottom, the Buried Treasure event will last from May 18th to May 30th. And the last mention for upcoming events is May 23rd, where we finally once again get a legendary item increase. All your legendary items will increase from max 485 to 490, so make sure to reforge your items on this day to increase the strength of your allies. And at that point you can also then use your enhancement runes to level up every single tracery to 490. Court also talked about the upcoming update 36, where it's confirmed that we're finally getting the landscape difficulty option to the live servers. So when we get update 36, probably sometime in June, I would guess, is when we'll see update 36. We will see the landscape difficulty being applied to the live servers. With this difficulty, we will have a new faction called Pass of Valor. So it's still going to be pretty similar to what we've seen on the legendary servers, but they're adding a faction where you can earn reputation and earn marks and get rewards. The difficulties are from normal through tier 9 difficulty, and we have some new rewards, some epic emotes that you can earn by getting the heroes marks and barter for. This footage is from my update 36 beta report that I did yesterday, so I went and looked at the difficulty. We have the Hardened Traveler in Archet. So basically what you do is when you click him, you get the difficulties to show up. As you can see here, difficulty 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the higher you go, the harder landscape becomes. Of course, you don't have to do this, but if you go difficulty 3 or higher, if you activate this before level 11, then you will be able to earn unique deeds at reaching level 50 and level 130 depending on your class, but you have to have the difficulty stay above level 3 for this time while you level up. We can see that there's a task to turn in for tokens of valor, and there's a barter items option where you can get your rewards. And as you can see, when I look at the barter option, we have all the epic emotes. These are current emotes like Lecture, Flex, they already exist, but they have the epic tag to them, and they will look a bit special with some cool effects once you get them. So as you can see, it costs 100 heroes marks to barter for these emotes. And how do you get these marks? Basically, as soon as you pick a difficulty, the mobs that you fight can drop these marks for you when you kill them. The mobs have to be the same level or higher in order for them to drop, and the drop will count on whoever kills the mob on the killing blow. But if you play difficulty 3, 4, 5, and 6, you can have a small fellowship, so I believe 1, 2, or 3 people, and they all get a chance to get a drop of the mark, regardless of who kills it. And if you go difficulty 7, 8, or 9, you can play up to 6 people in a fellowship, and they can all have a drop chance, regardless of who gets the kill. But if you play solo, and if a lot of people are playing solo and fighting a mob, It will check whoever kills the mob and they will have a chance of getting the marks, and if you get enough marks you can get your rewards. One more thing to mention about this, if you pick difficulty 3 or higher, there's a chance during a fight that you get the Sauron's Eye effect on you, which kind of can affect your enemy, like the enemy might become enraged, stuff like that, making the fight harder. Vastin said that the Eye of Sauron effect might last like 30 seconds or so if it happens. Horde talked about Shadowfax briefly. The legendary server Shadowfax will be closing at the end of this month on May 31st with the weekly restart. So when the servers go down for the weekly reset and restart of the servers, then as soon as they come up, Shadowfax will be unavailable to play on. So make sure if you have a character on Shadowfax that you transfer your characters to your desirable server, and the transfers are free. You can go to whichever server you want, even if it's US or EU. So if you have any characters on Shadowfax, make sure, remember, transfer your characters before May 31st if you want to save and keep those characters for the future. With Orion on the show, there was talk about PvMP, and the first topic was Siege. In update 36, we get to see the very early stages of how Siege will work. And once again, this is footage from when I did my beta report, and I went to Lugazak and had a quick look. As you can see, there's like hotspots here, 2 hotspots at this gate, and I believe that means that this is where you're going to be able to place the gate as a defender. So the monster players own this keep currently, they would be able to build a gate and reinforce it here. And then the attackers, as you can see, as soon as they turn around, there's a lot of hotspots around the keep where the attackers can build siege in order to help attacking and taking the keep. I do believe the defenders should also be able to get siege, and I do believe it was mentioned that you might be able to get siege up here, like on the ruins next to the big keep, and maybe up top as well. But this is a very early stage of the siege. And like I mentioned, we have gates in the keeps that you can build and reinforce. You can get siege to attack or defend. And to build siege and build the gate, to reinforce the gate, you earn commendations and you spend commendations to build siege and upgrade your gates. And initially, the siege will only be working at Tirith Raw and Lugazak. But the plan is eventually to also bring that to Tall Asgarnon in the middle of the Ettenmoors. When it comes to when we can expect to see siege, Orion said that there's a chance that it might not make update 36, but then probably a point update after update 36, so something like update 36.1, 36.2 or something like that. Orion also mentioned monsters loot boxes. You can get loot boxes in the moors, and you can get keys to open these loot boxes, and they will drop some nice rewards for the monster players. With update 36, we will see new rewards that will rotate. I don't know when they will rotate or how often, but in these loot boxes there will be 2 skins per class, so each monster player class can get 2 skins each. And there's going to be cosmetic weapons and shields for the monster players as well to look a bit cooler, as well as 4 different March cosmetics. And the March, for those who don't know, is the toggle option, the toggle skill you can toggle to make your creep run faster. So basically mimicking the mounts of the free peoples. You can earn some cool cosmetics to have like a fire trail or like a cool effect when you're using your March skill as a monster player. And some other changes that Orion talked about to PvMP. The infamy, renown, and comms gains will change a bit. Currently there's a really good bonus to running in a raid, so it would be really beneficial to be in a raid to earn your stuff. But this is going to change. You're going to earn less if you're in a raid than before, and the sweet spot for grouping will be to be in a fellowship and not higher than that. So the idea here is that if you're grouping in the moors, you will be better off going into fellowships than you would a raid. He also talked about the ranks and how they differentiate. And say you're a rank 15, the idea they want to go for is if you're a rank 15 and you see a rank 1 and you just go kill him easily, you're not going to earn as much as before. It's not going to be as beneficial for you to kill someone on a lower rank if you're a higher rank. So with these changes, they want you to, if you're a higher rank, you want to like kind of try to kill other higher ranks to earn stuff. Ryan also talked about how CC has not really been a factor for a while in the Moors, and how the Free Peoples have way more CC stuff than the monsters, especially when it comes to breakout skills, and they want to give the monster players more CC breakout skills. And the final mention from Orion about PvMP was that Gradris is finally working fully as intended. So with update 36, Gradris should be in a fully functioning state. We had a quick mention about Delvings. With update 36, we're finally getting 6-mans as Delvings. The Anuminas and Great Barrow clusters will be able to be run as Delvings, so players can finally group as a fellowship if they want to complete a Delving instance as a 6-man. Crafting also came up briefly. Orion said that update 36 will see craftable essences, so 2 new types of craftable essences. We already have the Flickering Essence, so the next 2 tiers then would be the Delver's Essence and the Lively Essence. So with update 36, we should be able to craft the Delver Essence and the Lively Essence, but not the Vivid Essence. That'll still be from instances. And Orion also said that they're on track for selectable professions. You know how crafting is going to give you the option to select 3 or 4 professions that you want. This is still on track to arrive with update 37 later this year. And I wanted to give a shout out to Aguilas for supporting me through my Ko-fi website. Thank you for your support. Hey! Hey you! Yeah you! What do you want? You enjoy my content and you want to support me? Fine, I'll show you how you can do it. I would really appreciate if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. You can also support me through my Ko-fi homepage. If you're playing or looking to play Lord of the Rings online, there is one place you need to be. The Ghyniverse is a Discord server created for the community of the players of Lord of the Rings Online. The server is getting close to 7,000 members, and in this server you'll find tons of helpful information. There's monthly giveaways, easy access to patch notes, you can keep up with my YouTube videos, my streams. If you're a streamer, you can ask for the streamer role and you can announce your streams in the other stream channel. There are discussion channels for pretty much everything, every class, monster players. But the best thing about this server is probably the Gearing Resources tab, where you can find anything from trait lines for every class, every build. There are stat goals, where you can find out what stats you should aim for on your characters. Really helpful information about drop rates from instances, as well as screenshot from all the new loot that appears in the game. If you enjoy LOTRO, you should definitely consider joining this server, and hopefully I'll see you in Middle-earth. If you were part of the Ghyniverse already, you might have noticed that another tab appeared at the top, the LFF server. This server is a brand new server that I created, the LFF Ghyniverse. In this server, you can select which servers you want to keep up with, and once you select your server, say you select Arkenstone, you will see the LFF, the kinship advertisement, looking for kinship and trade channels, and there's also voice channels if people want to use those. The LFF channel is basically a looking for fellowship channel where people can post if they need players for the runs, and this way people don't have to be logged into the game to see the chat. They can just instead get a notification on their Discord. There's also a kinship advertisement page where kins can post their kinship advertisement and have people join their kins, and you can also post in the looking for kinship chat if you're looking for a kinship, but make sure to take a look in the kinship advertisement first and look through all the kin to find a suitable kin for you. There's also a trade channel if people want to buy or sell stuff that you can use. Hopefully you'll consider joining this server to bring the community even more together, not just in the game, but also outside of the game.